Hi, this is Matt with Inmate Search Info. Today we're going to be looking at how to find Alaska inmates. Alaska has a relatively small inmate population, about 1,900 based on the most recent stats according to the Department of Justice. Consequently, probably because of the smaller population, Alaska doesn't offer a searchable database for you to go online and just find the person that you're looking for. So if you're looking for one of those 1,900 currently incarcerated inmates, the only way to do that is going to be to call the DOC. And this is our page that you're looking at here at Inmate Search Info. We provide you with a couple of different numbers to make some queries so that you can get the information that you need. At that point, you'll have the information on which facility it might be. And just to be clear, if you're thinking about doing this kind of search from outside of Alaska and you're not aware, there are quite a number of corrections facilities. So it's not going to be, a question of calling them kind of door to door to determine where they might be. You're going to probably want to make the call directly to the DOC to get that information. Now, once you have that, obviously you'll have information on where they are and be able to determine visitation and things like that. If you're looking to just make a phone call, or at least set something up so that they can make a phone call to you potentially, there is a site for that, and let's go over to that. So there is an inmate phone system. So you do need the information obviously in advance in terms of the person, where they're located, so that you can set this up for them. So if you want to be able to, receive a call from them, or, just want to set that up so that they can make the calls they would like to make, you're going to have that info, which means you're going to have to make that initial call to get that set up. So just something to keep in mind. Obviously, if you don't want to do the visitation, obviously with, various health concerns going on right now, you may not want to go in person, or it might not be possible. So this might be your only outlet to get in touch with them. The DOC does have a pretty good page themselves, and we have a link to this on our page also so that you can get taken directly to here. And you are able to see kind of general information on visitation, and there are also links to the different facilities, some helpful hints on here also. But like I say, unfortunately, the biggest thing, they don't have a searchable database. So that makes it a little bit trickier if you're looking for someone in Alaska. Obviously, if someone is, as with a lot of the states, even if they do have a searchable database, it may not include information about historical inmates. So people who have served their time, are out of the system, are not under the supervision of the DOC anymore, in which case something like a background check, a public records search might give you a little bit more to go on if you're trying to find out a little bit more about criminal history, or if you're trying to find someone and they're not actually in prison, you can get a better sense of where they might be right now. Now, one point to note, as I try to in most of these videos, is that if you are able to locate someone, whether you're doing a background check or whether you're, calling and getting the information from the Alaska DOC, you don't want to use that information for any threatening or harassment purposes. You also don't want to use that information for decisions on housing, on credit, or on employment. So just a general note, those are things that you can get yourself in trouble if you use this information incorrectly. Now, one thing Alaska does offer, which most states do, is a sex offender registry search. Now, that's something that you can do a name search based on, and that's going to give you information on people potentially in your area. Or you can also search by name if you are concerned about someone or know that someone has committed this kind of crime and you want to know where they are. So they do offer that. One point I also wanted to make that I didn't mention earlier is that with Alaska, with most of their, at least certainly on the DOC page, potentially on this page as well, the Department of Public Safety, if you're trying to do the search from outside the US, you may need to use a VPN to access it. Searches from outside the US are blocked. And so if you're trying to get to these pages, which, like I say, we have linked, and you can find the link to our page in the description below, if you click on it and nothing happens, it times out. It's probably because if you're outside the US, it's blocking you. So just keep that in mind. And obviously, if you want a little more privacy, VPNs might be the way to go. We have some information on that on our page also. So again, we do give you these step-by-step instructions on various types of searches, active warrants, which again would apply to people outside of prison. And then we do have this database of the different prisons that are about in Alaska as well. So check out our page. Hopefully this info has been helpful to you, but if you want this phone number and other instructions, other links, please check out our link below. Thanks so much for watching.